College students having animals in college is an ethical dilemma that should be considered by students before purchasing an animal. Issues that appear during this ethical dilemma are that college students buy pets and then return them when the semester or year is over. Because of a college lifestyle, the animal isn't treated as well as it should be, and there are so many constraints on time and space that the animal can't get all the activity and time that it should. This issue is debated because many people believe students shouldn't have animals, but students continue to buy them. There are so many college campuses and animals everywhere that this issue is exacerbated. This is an important issue because there are so many different parties involved: students, pet shelters and workers, parents, communities, and the underrepresented, unspoken party of the animals. Students think they are being ethical by showing compassion to animals in need, but in reality, they are not being responsible, and the animals are almost novelties to them. There are consequences to every issue, and this issue has more negative ones than positive, and many college students downplay the risks associated with owning a pet. Mary Miles, adjunct professor at Penn State and publicity director for PAWS, a non-euthanasia animal shelter, speaks on the issue of students having animals during their college years.
I think it's important to remember that animals are all individuals. They're social individuals who really need time and attention with their family. And if you adopt an animal, you are their family. Actually, just like a person, they need to know that they have a reason to get up in the morning, that they have something to do. And if they're not being taken out to be exercised, or if they don't feel that they have a job or plans, they'll develop, just like a person, symptoms of anxiety and depression. They'll become stressed. Absolutely, that you need to make sure that you have time, financial resources, because sometimes animals can get sick, and then that can be really, really expensive. And you just need to have the commitment, absolute commitment there. But we do see at the end of the semesters dogs and cats both being left behind by students, and it's very, very sad and demoralizing for the animals and for us to see them left just at the end. The school year ends, students pack up to leave, and they sometimes don't even take their pets with them. So the minute a pet is discovered in an apartment or on university housing where they're not supposed to be, it's a crisis. And so it disrupts all of our functioning at the animal shelter, because that cat needs to take priority, or that cats are abandoned more often, but sometimes a dog will be abandoned, and that disrupts everything too. Students share the apartments with so many other people that I probably don't even think that the average apartment is adequate space for the students in which to live. I mean, it's temporary. You'd really want to make sure that you carefully select the breed and the type of animal for your living situation. Keep your animals and your party life as separate as possible. There are occasional exceptions of dogs who really, they're so particular types of breeds who become very, very social, and they enjoy some interaction, but it's never good to have an animal or a person around really intoxicated individuals. If a student absolutely prioritizes their animal and makes a commitment to providing a safe environment, they can do it. But for the vast majority, it's a hardship for an animal to.
A Penn State senior recently shared her experience with owning a ferret during college and the troubles she faced. She recently had to sell her ferret because of them.
When we first got the ferret, it ended up being a lot of money, but we thought that, it was the initial cost, so it would be worth it. We had to buy a cage and litter and all the food and special things to go with it, and things to play with, and leash and everything. We had a lot of fun with our ferret, but eventually it was kind of obvious that for the second semester, which was spring semester, my roommate and I wouldn't have enough time to take care of him, because we both have over 18 credits, and we wouldn't be here all day to take care of him. So that was the main factor in us actually getting rid of our ferret only a semester after we bought him. It's definitely not something that we planned on doing from the beginning, but it kind of just happened that way, and we couldn't really do anything about it. It really wasn't fair to him to leave him in a cage all day.
The vast majority of college students don't have enough time, money, or responsibility to handle animals appropriately, with some exceptions. According to the ASPCA, the average cost of having a small dog for the first year is approximately $1,314 and a cat $1,035. The first question you should ask yourself is, why do you want to adopt a pet, and are you ready for the long-term commitment? It is unethical for animals to be treated like rented property, and this video's best-case scenario would be to realize that animals are like children, and there is time, money, and responsibility required to take care of them, because if we don't, this problem will continue to happen.